Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about deck building. As you guys might know, Maxi has pretty high representation. What was it, like 94% representation or something? Well, honestly, Maxi, you don't have to play it. Like, yeah, there are decks that just don't need to play Maxi, like, straight up. And I'll tell you what, like, for example, if you're playing Stun, like, we're going to be playing Rivalry, Summon Limit, whatever. And I have, there can be only one bookmarked, I believe, so let's go there. Boom. There can be only one. Extra, whatever. And then we have Prosperity. We have, I guess, Pot of Duality. Sure. And then we have, copies of Solemn. I can never spell Solemn. Is it like this? Yeah. And then we have, like, I don't know, Bribe. Something like this. And then, like, Fossil Dyna. Then we have, like, Inspector, Border. And then we have, I think, a few more, right? So, yeah, you get the general gist of it. Most of our deck is going to be Speller Traps. We're not going to really be playing any hand traps. So, we'll probably just lose going second anyways. So, why bother playing Max E? Because this will weaken our turn 1. Because Max E is just dead, we would much rather have just, like, Pot of Extravagance or Duality. Why bother having Max E at all? For example, if we set up all of our stun cards and then activate Max E, what does this do for us? Can our opponent even special summon? Like, come on. Also then, Inspector Border. And then you have all of your, like, barrier statues. Is there a point in playing Max E here? Like, going first, completely dead card. Does literally nothing for you. Going second, you'll draw a bunch of cards. But honestly, you can only set so many of your cards anyways. So, does that help us that much? I mean, if you play, like, staples for your Maxi, I guess, like, I don't know, maybe, like, Dark Hole, Raigeki, evenly matched, whatever. Play that, but that also, like, weakens your going first. So, there's a trade-off, so you can build your deck however you want, You can technically still play Maxi, like, it's not that bad to do so. If you don't want to, like, immediately lose going, like, second with stun for some reason, and that's completely up to you, and that's fine, right? But, like, personally, I don't think it's worth it at all. Like, you're playing stun. Like, what's the point of playing going second cards when you're playing so many hard going first cards? Then you'd just be playing a regular deck. You'd much rather be doing that, right? Like, I don't know, like a card that just does something. I don't know, going first and second. Like, I don't know, let's say Kashtira. That's good enough. We'll summon Fenrir, and then Fenrir will do stuff. Going second, we'll also summon Fenrir, and Fenrir will also do stuff. It's like Pank, kind of, as well, so it'll do stuff for you going second. Just might as well be playing Kashtira, I guess. But, yeah. You don't have to play Maxi for any reason at all. So, of course, Maxi is primarily a going second card. Like, it's just not going to be doing that much for you going first. If you're going to be setting up your board, right? Let's say we're setting up Kashtira board, okay? What cards am I going to be drawing? Like, my main deck's going to look something like this. It's going to have at least 3 of these, and then like 3 of these, 3 of these, and then like, I guess probably 1 of those. And then, I don't know, some of these. Okay. So, already, this is miserable because, well, maybe Kashtira is not the best example. But, like, if you're running a lot of engine, it's whatever. You don't have to play it. For Ash Blossom Joe Swing, you probably want to play it, but do you need to play it? No, not at all. So, deck building, completely up to you how you want to do your deck building, right? Like, for example, sure, you can run 3 birth, you can run 2 birth. There's, like, merit to, like, a lot of things, and you're building your list for yourself, so you don't have to worry too much about like what other people are saying. It's kind of whatever, really. There's merit to like a lot of different things here. But yeah, this is pretty miserable to play anyways, like with cash like this, but whatever. Issue is consistency here, mostly. So then let's say we I don't know. We're playing, what would we be playing? Let's do Subterror. I mean, sure, Subterror can play like there can be only one, right? But like do you need to play there can be only one? Is anyone forcing you to do this? Well, no. There are benefits to playing certain cards. Like even Mirror Force has some sort of mileage. So most decks have to game you, right? By attacking. The only exception to this is like burn decks or win con. So aside from that, they will have to attack you at some point. Even like Mikanko, right? So let's say against Mikanko, they might not be running backer removal because they just want to get into their kaijus or whatever, right? So, I don't know, let's say you are running Mirror Force, right? This can actually come up. So with Mirror Force, like just normal Mirror Force by itself is probably not like that good, so I personally would not play it. But like, let's say I have, Quaking doesn't really work against Mikanko because it's only, going to do so much, right? No, wait. Yeah, Quaking's fine, actually. This isn't the one. It's, Drowning that wouldn't do it. This is only on direct attack. This is just, when an opponent's monster declares an attack. No, yeah. This is fine. So, with Mirror Force, I would probably at least pair it with, Lord of the Heavenly Prison. So Mirror Force, like, it seems bad, but even in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh, it's actually not that bad, surprisingly. So, if you're playing, like, Ninja, I guess, this would be weird tech, but Lord of the Heavenly Prison works well with Ninja because you have some, like, face-down cards that you don't really want being destroyed, and, I mean, you'll still get done in by, like, evenly, but not, like, a super whole lot you can do about it. But if you pair, like, Quaking Mirror Force with Lord of the Heavenly Prison, this actually stops a lot of things just by itself, right? And this is before considering, like, whatever your end board is, right? So, this doesn't take my normal special or any normal summons or special summons or anything. I can just reveal Lord of the Heavenly Prison, and it'll grab me a guy or a spell trap for next turn. I can grab whatever I want, which is pretty strong. So whatever. But if I have Lord of Heavenly Prison combined with Quaking Mirror Force, you would need non-destruction removal to remove this Mirror Force, because Lord of the Heavenly Prison protects it. So if, for example, this isn't my only back row, and I don't have anything else, right? This will probably stop a Zeus as well. Like, if you attack with your XYZ monster, then it's gone. It's going to be flip face down by Quaking Mirror Force here, right? And that's great. So even against, like, Branded, for example, can Branded do anything about this? Lord of the Heavenly Prison plus Quaking Mirror Force. So, if Guardian Chimera, then this does nothing. This will not pop. So the only thing they can do is on your turn pop it, realistically. So will they do that? I mean, I have doubts, but you know, on their own turn they won't be able to get rid of Quaking Mirror Force. And then you'll also have, for example, let's see. Actually, this is playable in Punk, now that I'm looking at it. But whatever. Focusing up a bit more. Well, certain Punk builds, I guess, but yeah, focusing back up again. If we pair this with some other stuff, there's just not much you can do about this. If you try to attack, you'll get Quakinged. If you don't, you can't win the game. Simple and effective, right? Even if your opponent knows you have a Mirror Force, they might not be able to do anything about it if you have Lord of the Heavenly Prison in hand. unless they have like a spell trap negate, which not all decks have right now, actually. Like, no, notably Kashtira. This only allows you to banish face-up cards, so if you have literally Lord of the Heavenly Prism and then like Quicking Mirror Force, there's nothing that Fenrir can do about this. If you attack, everything just gets drowninged, and that's just going to be how this goes, I guess. So yeah, Mirror Force, perfectly fine playable card, and Pearly as well. Like, if Pearly were to try to play into Quicking Mirror Force, they can't make Zeus really against this. They'll just have all of their guys set to face down defense position. But honestly, this isn't even like the best card to stop Zeus. The best card to stop Zeus is actually probably this. Like, if we're thinking about in terms of jank stuff, I mean technically I guess D barrier declare like XYZ. That's pretty hard to beat, but Threatening Roar, this can work. And now your opponent cannot attack over any of your monsters. So for example, I don't know, in Sprite, like that's a legitimate threat. So if you use your guys, right, or I don't know, whatever. All of your guys are pretty small, so they can be attacked over. So if you Threatening Roar, this also prevents like a threat of Zeus. And this, like, if you just have this in your hand, right, this actually changes a lot of what you can do, right? So normally you always go like IP, and then you make Crusadia Avromax. And that's just pretty much what you will do 100% of the time in Sprite, because if your opponent goes battle, they'll just remove your negate and then just play for free. So yeah, nothing you can do about that. But if you did like Threatening Roar, this also stops Zeus. So no XYZ monster can do battle because they can't attack. So this, even though it's like pretty old card and relatively niche, it could still see some usage. You can play this if you want. Like, this could win you some games, right? So yeah, most decks can probably like play first pretty well as well. Like, you just have a lot of options going first. The options you have for going second are less with like your decks usually, unless you strictly go for playing second, I guess. Yeah, or I mean play for going second. Yeah, unless that's like your goal. I guess, yeah, you're probably going to end up losing a lot, because a lot of decks are meant to like, well, are designed kind of to go first, and they aren't really given any going second tools. So that's just kind of how it is. Like, even if you don't get floodgated, like, you're probably getting hit by something that you have to deal with, and you're already in immediate disadvantage. The only advantage you get is the extra card off of the draw you get in for going second on, so like on turn 2. Yeah, that's about it, right? So I mean, going second, going first, there are merits to both. You can build your deck however you want, but just saying, if you wanted to, you could completely cut like every single going second card off of your list, and that would be fine. You would just lose more going second. You just simply win the coin flip. I mean, your going second cards can of course like usually brick you going first, and like vice versa. So there's no like right or wrong answer almost to a lot of these deck building situations. There's like some optimizations where it's like obviously something is better, but there are like workarounds to get what you want, like for what you want to play. So for example, I don't know, let's say we're playing, I don't know, let's go with Sprite. Sure, you can run like hand traps with your Sprite, but do you need to? No. So let's go like this, and then I guess they've been hit recently, but that's whatever. Do we have more nimble cards for sprint? Like for nimble angler? I don't know. Well, whatever. Let's go like this, and then we'll go grab this, and then we can grab multiple of these guys. We'll be able to grab one Pixies if we feel like it. So yeah, we'll do a Pixies. Why not? And let's do second elf. And I mean, if you're playing Sprite, you would probably want a second Gigantic. In fact, you could play more copies of Smashers if you wanted, actually, like 2 copies. Just for it to be more likely to be drawn into, right? And then we'll do like, I guess, solemn. So let's do triple solemn. That's pretty strong. Honestly, like Solemn Judgment, one of the most disgusting cards going first. Pretty hard to deal with. The only thing you can do about this is like Grid Reboot, but you have to consider that you also need like a good card to activate to get the Solemn Judgment out anyways. Like, if I, for example, have Sprite Double Cross and Solemn Judgment, of course I'm going to use Double Cross way before I use Judgment, right? So yeah, that's about expected. So then, aside from this, we'll still need Called By for going first, you know, to deal with stuff. And we can play Ash Blossom, I guess, to deal with Maxi, but there are other options, actually. So if we're playing exclusively for going first, we actually will just let Maxi resolve. Instead, we'll just simply Shared Ride. For the rest of this turn, each time a cards is added from the main deck or graveyard to your opponent's hand, except by drawing them? Wait, this is except by drawing. Unfortunate. Well, that's a shame. Is there a way to play around that? I guess not. Well, that's unfortunate. So, yeah. That's not going to actually work then. Well, if we had a way to activate Mistake, that would work, I guess, then. I think it was Mistake, right? No. Wrong card. It's not Mistake. It was something else. Well, whatever. I guess you can't do that one, but I'm sure there are other interesting options for dealing with Maxi. Let's see. To stop Maxi, one can just simply start off with a monster negate. That would work. Like, normal summon a monster negate instantly. How could we do that, though? Well, I mean, this works. Rikimeru. Let's see, if we were to do, I don't know, let's say we run 3 copies of Guardian. For whatever reason, we can Guardian. And then Guardian effect to tribute itself, and that will negate Maxi. That works alright, you know? And if we're playing Lord of the Heavenly Prison, I guess, that counts as a rock monster. But can we reveal a revealed monster? I guess not. So maybe that's not the play. But if you're creative, you can probably find some way to deal with this, I suppose. Let's see. I guess ignoring Maxi is also, like, possible. You can play, like, card destruction. For example, let's go with, yeah, card destruction. Yeah, makes sense to me. Let's go card destruction, and then we can pair with card destruction. Let's see. For example, I don't know. Let's say that there is another card, I believe, that punishes Maxi. Wasn't there? Yeah. Let's do Trickstar Reincarnation. Can your opponent benefit off this? I mean, maybe. Did they get royally destroyed by Trickstar Reincarnation? Yeah, probably. So, if we combine these two together, if we see them both, that is going to hurt. And yeah, that's just how it is, so probably also do double cross like this then. And then let's do Trap Trick. Actually, yeah, why not? Triple Trap Trick. And then let's do Lord of Heavenly. Like this, why not? This will protect our, like, back row as well, which we will have some. For sure, right? So Lord of the Heavenly Present is not bad at all, I guess. If I had a way to kind of allow myself to activate some of these cards. Is there a fun way? Actually, I can't get Reincarnation because it's at 1, so Trap Trick, I'm not sure, is the play. But actually with Trap Trick, you can grab, like, a lot of different traps off of this. So maybe we do Trap Trick. Let's see. Let's see what traps I have, actually. So deep barrier is like not the bestest, but let's do maybe, let me try like threatening roar, and then alongside this, what kind of trap effect sounds fun? Let's see, let's do, just, can we search regular traps? Yeah. Okay. So here we have a bunch of like random cards. A lot of these don't do much. Let's see, actually. Is there anything fun? Let's check high rarity, actually. That might be faster. Let's check your SR, see if I have anything fun to play. Ooh. Drowning Mirror Force. We could play Drowning, yeah, technically. Or just regular Mirror Force. Either one is like alright, but could be better. Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Is this a dark? Yeah. But since it's a 1, we can't search this off of Trap Trick. Well, I guess that's a little unfortunate. Whatever. Giant Starfall. Oh, that's pretty specific. Neither player can activate the effects of monsters without a level in response to this card's activation. Target one face of monster without a level on the field. For the rest of this turn, any battle damage from battles involving that target has halved. It cannot activate its effects or be destroyed by battle. Also, its attack becomes 0. That card's a bit weird, so probably not looking for that one. I guess we can do one of the viruses. Virus sounds fun. Sounds jank, but I'm down for a virus. Grab virus, and we can go, let's see, which one's the best one? 2,000 or more defense. And then destroy all those monsters with 1,500 or less defense. And then this one is destroy all those monsters with 1,500 or less attack. This one is not useful, is it? How about this one? Destroy the monsters, one of them with 1,500 or more attack, then your opponent can destroy up to 3 monsters with 1,500 or more attack in their deck. Wait a second. I think that might be okay, right? Let's see. What's this one? For every 500... Look at all kinds of opponent drawings. What does this destroy? One card of their choice in the hand or deck for every 500 attack that monster had on the field. That's like pretty whatever right now. So I think crush cards would probably be the play. This will destroy 1,500 or more attack cards in your opponent's hand. And then they can destroy a few more in their deck. Whatever. What has 1,500 or more attack in their deck that matters? Surely nothing. Well, okay. So the reasoning behind this is that I'm pretty sure we have cards that meet this condition, right? Do we not? How low are your attack values? Are they low enough? Wait, actually, they aren't low enough. What? Wow, that's actually crazy. Sprite cards aren't low enough attack to trigger Crush Card. But, like, the idea behind Crush Card here is that it can destroy any copies of Fenrir in your opponent's hand, or any of, like, the Punk cards, for example. This would be, like, kind of a specific tech, but whatever. If your opponent is playing that, right, then in theory, if you tribute a guy with 1,000 or less attack, specifically a Dark Monster, your opponent would get done in by that, right? And, you know what, let's find a field spell to play, because why not? No one's stopping me here. Alright, let's see. I got it. The dumbest thing we could do, Lost World? Yeah, that would be dumb. But should we? I will restrain for now. I guess. Generator? Nah. That's a bit too goofy. Anything? I don't really want, like, high attack on these guys. Their attack is already just too high. Is there a way to lower my attack on my guys? Like, this has the right attack, but it's not a dark. So, that's awkward. This isn't even. Okay. But actually, we could do this, but it's not going to work, right? But, wait. No, it's fine. We have IP. Yeah. Tribute IP. Okay, this line is going to be gigadum, but we can summon back IP off of, like, Sprite Elf anyways, so... That's actually a pretty fine line, yeah. Found the dark monster that we're tributing. It's just IP Masquerena. Alright. So far, this is functioning. And that's great. You know what, let's do alt-art IP. For no particular reason. So, over here, we have just purely going first. We do not, like, going second. If we get going second, we'll probably lose, and we can just be okay with that. Because we'll just probably win most of the time we are going first. And then, for some other going first stack, we have 9 more main deck cards, and we should be able to, like, obliterate our opponent with whatever these last 9 cards are. Because we're playing purely for going first. Let's see. For going first cards, what else is incredibly strong? I mean, nothing's super coming to mind right now, but more Solemns couldn't, like, completely hurt, I guess. I mean, we'll still play Zeus, though, probably Downward Zeus. So we'll just throw that in, and then, you know, it's fine. All this is just, you know, this is kind of like a backup plan, but we're still playing mostly for going first. So, aside from this, is there anything else worth playing? I guess I forgot to check the Nimble stuff. How many Nimble cards do we have? Nimble Manta. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon any number of Nimble Manta from your deck. You can play this with Ice Starfrost, right? Can't you? I think you can. When this card is destroyed by battle... Okay. This card is destroyed by battle. Flip. Summon effect. Destroyed by battle. No. So, I mean, probably Manta is probably going to be the best one. This is water. Anything we can do with this? Nimble Manta being water. I mean, we can just change and play something else, but it's fine, right? Brand. Nope, Angler. Can we get Angler out of our hand? Sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard. This doesn't matter how. Anyway, we can discard this guy. Let's see. I don't know. But, like, since we mentioned Visus, we can Visus, why not? But, will this be that great? Probably not, honestly. I don't think this is worth doing, unless you, like, focus it even harder to Visus. So, let's see, when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard by a card effect... Wait a second. Field to the graveyard. Does that count? If it's detached as material for effect? I honestly don't know. It was an XYZ material and field. I think that does not count from what I remember. But yeah, whatever, that's fine. We'll just play this in place of Nimble Beaver because Beaver's going to be at 1. Yeah. So, that is completely fine. And then we'll just grab, like, some other form of starter. Is there another monster that can just summon, like, 2? Oh yeah, Deep Sea Diva. Of course, I'm dumb. Deep Sea Diva. So, let's do Diva. Triple Diva. And that's fine. Diva will be able to summon Yamato Orochi, I believe it was. Yamata Orochi? What was it? I don't remember. Isn't it this one? Yamatako Orochi? Okay, that's what it was. And then with this, we can potentially make Baron if we want. So, we'll grab that. Omni Negate ain't bad. And then we have all of this. So, for consistency reasons, I think we could go this, and it's not like that bad, right? This is level 1 though, so maybe not actually. This is also level 1, but this will be summoned off of Diva. So we can grab the frogs, I guess, to round it out. But do we have a way to add this swap frog to our hand? Do we? Oh yeah, we do actually. Yeah, that's crazy. Figured it out. And then we, I don't know, something like this. And we're at 43, which is perfectly fine. This is like just all gas anyways, and I mean extra deck can use some working on. Like Underworld Goddess is actually like decent going first. Anyways, being able to like non-target remove with IP, it's perfectly fine. Because we're not going to be playing Crusadia Evermax anyways, because we're probably going to go for the Tribute IP play and then summon back IP off of Elf. So alright, let's do a little bit of a test hand. I mean, we still have the cards here to do whatever we want. So here, Sprite Starter, Solemn Judgment, Trap Trick. So here we have Solemn Judgment for whatever our opponent might try to pull on us. If they have Maxi, they have Maxi, I guess. Sure. So then following that, we will have access to both Red, Carrot, and we'll be able to also have access to our copy of Double Cross or our copy of Smashers. So here we would probably like just start off with Sprite Starter. Summon Blue. Blue adds Jet. Jet adds one of our guys, like either Smashers or Double Cross, I guess. So then after this, we'll just summon both like Carrot Red, and then Blue Jet makes Gigantic, I guess, would be fine, right? And then following this, we will Gigantic Effect, summon someone. Deep Sea Diva is not like that great here. So I guess we can instead go for Swap Frog if we want. And Swap Frog will be another body when we link it off, and then we can summon it back by banishing Ronin Totem. I think we could honestly get away with playing 2 Ronin Totem instead of 3. Which is perfectly fine by me. But whatever. So Swap Frog effect will send Ronin Totem, and then we can sprint here. We'll probably just do, I guess, Carrot is fine. So Carrot and let's see, Swap Frog I think would be okay. So do those two, link off for sprint, and then we can send Angler, summon our 2 copies of our Nimble Manta, and then summon 2 copies of Nimble Manta. We already have Elf. Do we? No, we didn't do Elf yet. Alright. So here we would do Elf, and then Elf can summon back Swap Frog, I guess, right? And then sprint. Okay, is that the one we want, actually? Or no? Okay, so Ronin Totem is the one that banishes, yeah. Okay, so that's fine, actually, yeah. Swap Frog, and then dump another Ronin Totem. Okay. Wait, banish 1 frog. Wait, these aren't frog monsters. Okay, I made a small mistake there. So we only need 1 Ronin Totem, and then we would play other frogs. I guess we want 1 more frog, I think, and then we're good. So, Reborn Frog. No. Alright. Dupe Frog it is. So, with that hand, continuing from there, we would probably have to dump our copy of Dupe Frog, and then Ronin Totem, summon back, and then we have Swap Frog, Ronin Totem, and then summon back Ronin Totem again. And that would allow us to make our copy of IP alongside our Elf and our Sprint. And then we still have Gigantic on the field for Sprint Detach. We have Solemn Judgment. We have Sprite Double Cross. We have Trap Trick, which, like, we can use to grab a few options. We could have played better ones, honestly. But let's say we do Crush Card Virus, tributing IP Masquerena. Our opponent, if they are playing cash, we'd be doing this in the standby phase. And then, boom, pop all of the cards. We also know every single card in their hand now because we get the information off of Crush Card Virus, so we know what to use our Solemn Judgment on. We know probably exactly what our opponent is playing, and we still have a lot of interaction left. And of course, we have we'll still be sitting on Sprite Red, and depending on how it goes, we can actually summon back Carrot instead of IP as well. So this is just going first, right? And that's kind of what every single hand will look like if I don't brick, right? So that was just an unfortunate kind of brick, but it was still fine because Lord of the Heavenly Prison plus a guy is fine because if we can stop their play, we can summon Lord of the Heavenly Prison, like after we Solemn, I guess. After we Solemn, we can summon Lord of Heavenly Prison, add Sprite Starter, and boom, we're still okay. So this is just going first, right? So we have Sprite Jet, Nimble Manta, normal this, special this, add starter, special blue, right? And yeah, that's just going first. And if we ever have to go second, we will try to gas our way through whatever our opponent has. So in this case, we would normal Diva. If Diva is not like removed from the field, then we will blue effect, special summon blue, add jet, special jet, add starter, and then boom. That is the list, essentially. And here, oh, unfortunately we didn't draw that many starters. Oh well, we still have Solemn Judgment, Trap Trick, Crush Card Virus, second copy of Trap Trick, which doesn't really do much, but yeah. Solemn Judgment, Crush Card Virus, Trap Trick. We won't lose because Threatening Roar, at least. We can Threatening Roar, like, in standby if we really want to. And that'd be, like, alright, you know? Assuming, like, we don't know what our opponent is playing, I guess, here, but whatever. So here we have Swafrog with Ronin Totem, and this is also just fine. This is just an Aqua, right? Are these Aquas? Any of these Aquas? Only those guys are Aquas. That's a fish. Alright. So this could be better, but yeah. This is still a combo. Go Gigantic, do all your stuff, and then you have Trap Trick, Crush Card Virus, and this is just a combo that I have in mind, like, to specifically play against Kishtira, assuming I am going first against them, right? And then I'll be able to, like, Sprite Carrot, negate, like, the copy of Birth if they have Birth. I will definitely know if they have Birth, actually, because, yeah. Crush Card Virus. And yeah. You can just deck build however you want. For example, here, we have this amalgamation that only goes first. And we still have some, like, flex slots in the extra deck. We can still change the ratios up in the main deck a bit. But this is an amalgamation. If you like this kind of deck, you can just feel free to play it like this. I'm not seeing a lot of people kind of, like, play like this. They're too focused on, like, being able to go first and second too much. Like, here, Maxi, with our deck build, do you think Maxi is good in this list? I mean, come on. Look at this. Right? Do we need Ash Blossom? We could use Ash Blossom, right? But we would have to take out some of our tech cards, and we can't play our tech cards like that. And yeah, so this list, perfectly fine. It won't win going second, but it'll win going first. And in theory, you should be going, like, about first and second, like, 50% of the time or whatever. And even if you only win, like, about, like, 5% of your games that are going second, I guess. Well, no, like, if you're going 50% of the time you're going first, you're probably winning, like, most of the time. Going second, you're only going to be, like, winning a small amount of time, so, like, maybe 5 to 10% of your games you'll be winning. And then, like, the other 40% could just be straight losing, but I mean, you can just scoop and play and go next and try for coin flip again. I mean, that's perfectly fine, right? There is no real issue with that. If we were playing a completely different format, though, like if it was actually a tournament, though, where you can't consistently see or play for going first or second, then it is much more reasonable to like want to play like more going second cards like Imperm and stuff, right? But if you're not playing for it at all, yeah, this is what a list would look like. So yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. And I hope this inspired you guys to maybe not worry so much about going first or second. And yeah, you don't need to craft Maxi if you don't have it. You can just play just for going first and you'll be perfectly fine. Maybe you'll have more fun this way too. Well, depends how competitive you are, I guess. But yeah, this deck can definitely take wins too. Like, can you guys really play against this going second? Come on. Like, if I just have random Solemn with like a bajillion negates, like, really? Yeah. I have a lot of doubts about that. So now that I think about it, though, actually, wait, doesn't this actually out Kaiju's? With 1,500 or more attack in the deck. Destroy monsters among them with 1,500 or more attack. Wait, this stops Kaiju's. That's funny. You can technically play this in Pearly. This is better than Mask of Restrict, honestly. Huh. You just tribute the Pearl Lily. Like, if you just summon Pearl Lily at the end of the turn, and then you have a Crush Card Virus. Yeah, that actually does work, huh? Interesting. Well, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.